Today we're talking about something that we can do anywhere around the world. Anyone can do this because you're gonna be your own boss and not work for an employer, and you do not need any experience necessary to get into this. So with no further ado, let's get into the video. Hello, my name is Theo, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about something that I've talked about once before in a previous video. You can take a look at it right here if you're so interested. It is to help your clients sell unwanted items in their home. So I got this idea when one of my friends' grandparents died. They were left a house full of stuff and none of the family members wanted to deal with it. They were just gonna throw it all in the landfill, where I said, what if I were to do it? I'll sell everything and all I will do is take a commission. At the end of that process, I was able to earn them thousands and thousands of dollars for them to do with whatever they wanted to do. And all that stuff in their house got saved from going to a landfill. And I got a little cake out of it too, and it was a lot of fun. So today I'm in another situation just like this, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. But first, let's get into exactly the steps to do it. The first thing to understand is who might be your potential clients. A lot of your potential clients are gonna be people that have estate sales. Estate sales, unfortunately, is usually when somebody passes away, but not always. Sometimes people have estate sales when an older parent is going to a nursing home or assisted living and they're moving out of that home. So all of the stuff in that home needs to be dealt with. Another client you could have is when someone is selling a house. This is the example I have today. And they have a whole bunch of stuff and they're not gonna take it with them. And they also don't wanna throw it out because of the value it has. That is also another situation. There's many other situations where people are just, wanting new furniture, etc. They just don't want to deal with it and they just want to hire somebody. And I know I've been in the same situation where I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. And I just want to hire somebody because it's like, those are the people you're looking for. So what you can do is you can find one of these people. For instance, both of these situations I found through friends. So you can start with a friend and help them get rid of the items in their house. So essentially what you're gonna do is, depending if it's a hoarder house, hopefully it's not a crazy house, but essentially you're gonna clean out the junk that's not salvageable, clothes that, you can donate them, but usually a lot of that stuff is gonna just go right to the trash. Once you have the items that are salvageable, that are things that people are gonna want, usually furniture, bigger items, new items, things in boxes, those are the items that you can start to clean up. And when I say clean up, usually when they've been sitting in a house for a long time, they're dusty, they're dingy. You're not gonna be sanding stuff down and re-sanding it unless you really wanna go that far. It's not necessary, but you can clean it down and then you're going to stage it. So essentially you're gonna want to bring as much value to the item as possible to get your clients the maximum amount of money as possible. I'm gonna give you some examples today how to do that properly. After that, you're gonna take professional photos. When I say professional photos, I just mean you're gonna be taking photos mindfully. You're gonna make sure that it's framed well, the lighting's good, the colors look good, it's in the best possible light as possible. You're gonna advertise it on different places online, whether it's on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, putting signs outside around the area, or anywhere else on the internet that's free or paid. You're going to also be answering people's questions, answering phone calls, and scheduling appointments. I know what I did, so I didn't have to go back and forth to the house all the time, because that can be a pain if the house is not by your house, is to just set up one day, for example, Sunday from 1 to 6 p.m. that you're going to take appointments. And then I take appointments so you don't have 50 randos in your house. I'll schedule it so maybe only 2 people per half an hour, so I can kind of keep my eyes on them and answer their questions if they have any, and also be there to negotiate a price. Instead of having a bunch of people in your house, it can be very overwhelming that way. All right, so I'm gonna show you exactly how I would add value to my clients so I can get the maximum amount of possible for them. So you can see this room, a very beautiful couch. You have a really cool coffee table. There's a side table and a lamp right there. Okay, all this stuff they want to sell because they're moving, and yeah. So just looking at it, who knows what somebody might buy for this. Let's just say somebody comes in and you're like, okay, well, just as is, I could probably get $50. Maybe for this couch, I don't know, maybe a few hundred or something. And then this over here, I can maybe make like, I don't know, $50. We're just saying this right now. They're just arbitrary numbers, right? but I want to make sure I'm bringing the most amount of value to them and getting them the most amount of money. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stage it. I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to stage it so it looks the best as possible, so the potential buyer can imagine this in their own home. Okay, let's go. All right, so if somebody were to see this, now they can probably envision this a little bit better in their own space. All I did was fluff up the cushions a little bit so the lines weren't as, you can, kind of fluff it up. This isn't gonna be perfect, but I was trying to pull the fabric so there's not so many wrinkles in it. Depending on the value of the item, you might have to, maybe try to go through it with a steamer or something. But even just staging it with some pillows, look how much better it looks. I added a plant and a couple of items over here, as you can see. And now all we have to do is take our pictures, but imagine taking the pictures like this, how much more money you might be able to get than taking it without. All right, let's go to the next section. All right, this is the next section. This is the chair that in theory we want to sell. And you can also use items either already in the house that they already have, or you can go to a store like Dollar Tree or some other store where you can get very cheap items to stage with. Obviously, you're not gonna get a whole plant and a pillow from the Dollar Tree, but you can go to Target or something and find what you're looking for. But look how much better, just one little thing. So instead of taking the picture of just the chair on its own, I'm gonna make sure there's some staging items before I take the picture so the person who wants to buy it can see it in their space and can see the potential of it. So we just took this item from maybe $100 to maybe double depending on, the right buyer. All right, here's another example of said coffee table. So it just on its own, maybe somebody might offer $100 for it, but we don't want $100, we want $600. We want to get the most amount for our clients as possible. So what I'm going to do, instead of just taking a picture of it just like this, I'm going to clean it, stage it, and also put it around on other furniture. I'm also going to put it around other furniture so they can really see the potential of it. So let's do that. All right, so look how much different this is now with it all staged up. I think now that somebody can see it in their actual space, they would offer way more money for it or even accept a higher offer just because they can see it all together. They can see it in their space. They can see how to put it in their room or their, whatever space they have. There's also some artwork that was already behind here, which made it very easy. But if there isn't, you can always add some in just for the picture. You can even have an area just for staging. For example, if you wanted to make this your staging area where all of your items are gonna go right here, you can leave your background. So if you have like two really nice pictures or something that you got somewhere that you wanna use for staging, and you can make this your staging area. So you're gonna put everything that you're taking a picture of in this area to do it. It depends on the space that you have. If it's a smaller home that's full of a lot of stuff, obviously you're not gonna be able to do that. So yeah, that's essentially it. That's how I do it. So I can get a commission from helping my friends, family, also clients to sell some of the furniture in their house, if not all of it. And usually you're gonna be looking for people that wanna sell the entire house. So it's gonna be a lot of work. And this isn't something that I would say is super easy, but the steps are straightforward and you can do this anywhere around the world. All right, let's get into the next part. Okay, so I showed you how to add value. I showed you how to stage furniture. I've showed you how to take pictures to make it look the most beautiful. So now we're gonna talk about how you find your clients that you're gonna do for this. So you can either find a friend, friends that are talking to you, they're moving, you might be able to pitch them, all that you're doing. When you are pitching to your potential client, whether this is on Facebook or you see somebody having a garage sale and you're just saying I can help you out, you want to make sure that your clients understand exactly what you're working for to make this commission. So you're not just throwing up a picture on Craigslist and calling it done. You're not just having somebody come to the house and say everything's $1 and it's done. Anybody can do that. What you're doing is you're adding value, and hopefully more value than they can bring to themselves on their own if they were to just do this by themselves. The first thing you're doing is, when you're pitching to your clients, what value you're adding is you're cleaning the items. You're making them look the best possible, whether it's, throwing some shine on it, just wiping it down, getting the dust off of it, maybe putting some wood putty and kind of making it look the best that it can. You are doing that. Second is you're staging the item so that the potential buyer can see what it would look like in their home. You're also gonna take pictures. You're gonna take professional, beautiful pictures that they probably will not be able to do on their own. You're gonna advertise it in many different mediums. So you're gonna try internet. You're gonna do actual physical signs by the house. You're gonna be advertising all over the place for them. Also, many places that they probably will not think of on their own. You're also gonna answer all of the questions. If you've ever sold anything on Marketplace, like, oh my goodness, you understand what that's like. People do not show up. People are answering and asking you 1,000,001 questions about the same stuff. And it's constant. You're gonna take that burden off of them, and that on its own, to me, is worth your commission. And you're also gonna schedule the appointments. So this is completely hands off for them. They don't have to be meeting people. They don't have to be talking to people. They don't have to be answering questions. They don't have to do the measurements of the items when people wanna know how much the measurements are, stuff like that. So these are all the things you're gonna be bringing value to your client when you're pitching yourself. All right, so you might be wondering, where do you even advertise to find clients? Well, to me, it's almost the same places that you're gonna advertise to sell your clients' items. So to find clients, you can look pretty much anywhere. Tell everybody that you're doing this. You'd be surprised who might be selling a house and they wanna move, so they don't wanna deal with all the stuff. Talk to people around you. That's a great first place to start. You can advertise your services on Craigslist, on Facebook Marketplace. You can also look in the newspaper for estate sales, stuff like that, and then reach out to them and just see if they would be interested in something like this. Also, you can look at signs, garage sale signs. After they have their garage sale and they know how much of a hassle it is, you can reach out and see if they might be interested in your services. You can also look into other sites and websites where people sell items and just reach out in your local area. So when you are looking to sell the items, once you have all of this ready to go, you're ready to advertise. The same places: Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. There's an awesome app called Nextdoor, OfferUp, Declutter. There's also one called Let Go. There's so many different other apps that you can put the pictures on to get the most amount of traffic as possible. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. So if you have any questions, let me know. But this is something that you can make thousands of dollars doing this once in a while in your free time. You could do this in the evenings and also on the weekends if you have a full-time job. This is a great idea. Also, if you're a student or just doing something part-time, or even if you are a stay-at-home mom, it could be a lot of fun to bring the kids along and put stuff in boxes for them, or wipe stuff down, help you, add something to it. That could be a lot of fun for them as well, I would think. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to not miss out any other videos by hitting the notification bell. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. How it's supposed to look and how they can see it in their work. So you can have them see it. What am I saying? And you're gonna be advertising in many different media forms. I can't remember. The much, and not an employer. And anyone can do it because you can work for yourself. And I forgot again. God damn it! It's gonna be able. So that's when. Okay, sorry. You could start with a friend. Sorry about that. You're not gonna be sanding stuff down and leaving me a comment. I already said that. But essentially what you're gonna be doing, ooh, it's a little dark. I feel like I'm like a floating head right now. Oh, oops. This thing is crooked as heck. What is going on? So next I'm gonna tell you, so sorry, I'm practically deaf now.